So much for being here with us tonight, facing all these rowdy Tea Party people.
Well, I faced them before. I want you to know on a number of occasions. Let me just say this. I'm really honored to be with these three wonderful men. And I've got to admit, I'm going to vote for you. That was true. What am I running for? Whatever you want to. It's not working. Well, maybe I better use this one. Can this work? This is not here. Okay, I'll get it up closer. Look, we're living in perilous times. We've run this country into the ground. We now have a $14 trillion national debt. By 2020, according to the President's own actuary, that'll be over $20 trillion. According to his own budget, we'll double the deficit in 5 years and triple it in 10. This country can't take that. We're not going to take it. And the fact of the matter is we've got to come back and we've got to fight for this country. I've been in the Senate 34 years. I've worked on every judge that's come through. And I have to say that one of the biggest issues of picking a president is that president's going to pick the judges in this country, 1/3 of the separated powers in this country. And you really get a different set of judges when you have a Democrat in the White House. And frankly, that's what's involved here in a lot of respects. But it's more than that. Back in 1982, Strom Thurmond and I led the fight for the balanced budget amendment. It was the first time and only time it ever passed the United States Senate by the requisite 2/3 vote. In 1997, I brought it to the floor of the United States Senate, and we got 66 votes. There were two people who let us down at that time. I won't mention their names. But we had the votes, but we just didn't get it done, and it had been passed through the House. And we've got to get armed and get out there and work very closely together and get that balanced budget amendment passed, because if we don't, we're not going to get spending under control, because it's too easy to go around the current system and continue to spend. I've been in the Senate 34 years, and we have never had a fiscal conservative majority. We've always had 3 to 6 more moderate to liberal senators from blue states usually, who will go with the Democrats on most spending issues. We've won a lot of issues because of Reagan, Bush 1, Bush 2, and even Bill Clinton from time to time. But the fact of the matter is we need to have a fiscal conservative majority that will vote for this country every time. And that's what the Tea Party is going to do. And let's just take the health care bill. Just so we all understand, the Constitution comes into play in so many ways. I was the one who raised the issue about the job-killing employer mandate and, of course, the unconstitutional employee mandate. That's a big issue. Because if that is allowed to stand by the current Supreme Court, and it's going to be in the Supreme Court because there are differences on this issue throughout the country. And I have to say, if that is allowed to stand, it will be the first time in history that that type of a situation would actually be fit within the Commerce Clause, Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. And I've got to tell you, always, in order to have Article 1, Section 8 work, it's got to be an activity in commerce. This is not an activity in commerce to force people to buy something they don't want to buy. This is what you call an inactivity in commerce. And if we go that far, that means the United States government can do anything to you that it wants to. And there are no limitations. Liberty is built upon limitations. And frankly, when there are no limitations, liberty is gone. So we're really fighting for some very, very important things right now. And I, for one, want to thank the Tea Party for what they've done. Just today, and I'll finish with this, I apologize. Just today, there's been some rumor that the administration is going to double the employer unemployment tax from $7,500 to $15,000 so that they have money for more unemployment in this country. Now, if they do that, they're going to have a lot more unemployment because the companies and the businesses are not going to put up with it, and they'll just get rid of employees. We've got to wake up in this country and realize that the incentives are what has made this country so great, and the fact that we have freedoms that we've been able to assert and enjoy in this free market system. All I can say is that I am so grateful for this great nation and what it means to the world. I've been all over the world for our country, and I've got to tell you, everywhere we go, people have always been amazed by America. and yet we're in danger of losing the greatest country in the world. So we've got to fight back, and I'm very happy to have all of you wonderful citizens out there fighting side by side with us and doing everything you can to get this country back. God bless you. Thanks for being who you are.